York City crew. Say that again. Bright lights, big city. Bright lights, big city. New York, big city of dreams.
I'm coming straight out.
New York, big city of dreams.
NYC.
What's going on? What's going on, Knicks world? This is the Nick of Time Show. You have that Knicks talk. This is Edson Sean.
Yo, what's going on? This is Jay Ellis, and there is no Miss today, Miss Black Girl Magic, but to my left
Okay.
now.
Oh, yeah. Let's give Jay Ellis applause for that. I was waiting. I was like, oh.
I know my left, my right, man. I know my left. For those listening, we changed our seating arrangements today. What's good in YouTube land? So it's just a little bit different today, so you can see our faces. Pretty faces right there. So to my left, wait, we start with my double left first.
Yeah, double left.
We start
Double
with
left. Yes,
first.
start with double left. Yes.
To my double left is the man, the myth, the legend himself, the guy with the stats and the facts.
Ryan G's in the building.
And can we take a moment to give him applause for finishing his degree, graduating. It was this week, right?
Yeah, Wednesday.
Graduating this week.
Oh,
Man, congrats, bro.
Congrats.
Thank you.
And in sports, what's the exact title? We gotta clear that up for the people.
Sports Management Global Media.
Woo!
Sports management,
It just
global.
sounds like money, you know.
Yeah.
It just
If you're wondering why he's so knowledgeable about Knicks talk and other sports,
reading those
Yes.
blogs. I mean,
Yes.
you know, this is why.
destined. If you ever read the blogs, you know he's destined to be a Knicks beat writer. You just know what's gonna happen.
Getting those Knicks tickets.
And to my left is our guest, partner, Mark from Statement Games. What's going on, man?
Hey, how's it going, guys? Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Oh man, no problem. So if you could just maybe, give a brief kind of overview of what you do and
Yeah,
how
sure.
our union came about.
Yeah, sure. I'll give a little bit of an overview of Statement Games. It's a different take on fantasy sports. Traditional fantasy sports, whether you're playing football, basketball, or baseball,
Right.
usually kind of like involves a process in where you draft players.
Okay.
And players become part of your team.
Right,
and your
right.
team competes against other teams. And the most, stats that those players accumulate over the course of a day or a week ultimately determines who wins a traditional fantasy sports league.
Right.
With Statement Games, you don't draft players.
Right.
You draft props, or hence the company name. You draft statements.
Mm-hmm,
So I'll just kind of like give a very hypothetical. I'll give a scenario because we just actually played.
Right.
Cleveland. Houston is actually playing Golden State in the Western Conference semifinals. So I present a list of statements or props around that individual sporting event. So, for example, Harden. Over or under 30.5 points. Golden State, over or under 14.5 buckets from the three-point line tonight here.
Okay.
All different scenarios on what can take place during a basketball game.
Curry's gonna cook him.
With Statement Games, you pick 10 of them.
Right.
You rank those statements from 10 to 1. So
Okay.
if your number 10 statement becomes correct, you get 10 points. If 9 through 1 are incorrect, well, now you just have a total of 10 points.
Okay.
You play in leagues of anywhere between 8 to 12 people.
Okay.
The person with the most points from correct statements at the end of that basketball game wins.
Wonderful.
So we're a free-to-play site. There's no ongoing obligations or need to fund or top up your account with money.
Yeah.
We play for virtual coin, social status, and some pretty cool experiences, like eventually a Nick of Time Statement Games T-shirt.
Absolutely.
Yes,
or
yes.
if you got enough, if you got enough coins here, you can actually play for Knicks tickets. So that's how we play. It's statementgames.com.
Interesting.
Yeah, it sounds like I need to play more.
Statementgames.com. You can access it from your laptop, your desktop, your mobile phone, or your tablet.
Wonderful. It's definitely fun. I mean, we all sat here before we started recording on this Sunday, and I mean, it was a little quiet. We all, once you got to like 8 selections, you got the last 2, but it's definitely fun. I'm definitely gonna do this more.
Yeah, it can get a little addictive, and you get some nice little prizes there. People are really excited about the prizes. You get T-shirts, even little hats. And while Freak Apparel was giving away mad apparel there, if you want to get some of those, check it out.
Definitely.
Yeah, so and then I guess with regards to our relationship with you guys, been working with Jonathan, yourself, and Ryan.
Yeah.
Our community members pretty much will consume as much content as they possibly can if it, one, keeps them up to date on everything that's going on with the Knicks, and two, if it could potentially help them compete better in statement games tournaments. So we're working with Ryan. We usually get a couple of different blog articles that we redistribute through our content syndication partnership.
Okay.
And it's just another different outlet for your fans as well as our members to keep up to date on everything that's going on with the Knicks.
Wonderful.
Yes. And I just want to send this message out there to the people. Make sure you read my work because I'm like, well, what's my percentage? Like 60, 70%, right?
Read those blogs.
Exactly.
Fortunately, the Knicks aren't playing anymore, but when Ryan was writing some game day articles about the Knicks, he'd go out on the limb, put his neck on the line, so to speak, here, and pick a couple of different statements that he personally thought could take place in that night's Knick game here.
Yeah.
And in working with my partners and going through the statistics, we kind of figured that Ryan was anywhere between like 65 to 70% correct with the statements that he was actually saying.
Exactly. People.
He knows his stuff.
That's right.
I'm pretty sure that he got a lot of the Trey Burke stats wrong.
I think he actually shied away from Trae.
I know he shied away from Trey. I know.
At the end of the day, my winning percentage makes me the Golden State Warriors of statement games.
That's right.
Exactly. Oh man. Well, so this is a draft episode.
Word.
I don't know how many of you saw the draft lottery. The Knicks are picking 9th. I'm gonna give that applause. We got them between the top 10. I was, hoping we got a little higher, by the grace of the gods.
Knicks fans were griping over that too. It was funny.
I'm sure.
Why did we pick? It's like, dude, you knew we was going to pick 9.
Right, we knew it was gonna be realistically 8, 9, maybe we were hoping by the grace of God 6 or 7. But 8, 9, we knew we were gonna land around there.
We didn't get 10. That's what I was happy.
Once I heard 10 and wasn't, then I'm like, okay, we're good.
Last year we picked one spot before.
Yeah.
Right.
This year we got the spot that we actually landed in the order of how we lost. So I'm like, whatever.
But it would be nice to be able to creep up a little bit.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Like, I understand they got the pick that they should have got here, but how about a little break every once in a while?
Yeah.
I'm asking for one.
This is just one.
4.
8, 7. Right.
Just a little break.
6.
Pick
before LeBron and them.
Man, I'm telling you, it's a James Dolan curse, man.
We will see.
Couldn't even go 5 minutes.
So let's see. Most likely, who are we going to get, or who we like to get, and then who do you think we will get? Let's start with that.
A bridge.
I mean, ours are what? There's at least 2 of them. So
Yeah.
all right, let's see. Who do you want to start with?
I mean,
Odds didn't even say shoot.
I didn't even say shoot. Do we want to go for the popular? We can do Mikal.
All right. Why not?
Oh,
Everybody
man.
loves Mikal.
Yeah, everybody loves Mikal, but people are not going to like what I have to say about him, though.
Oh, wait a minute.
Start with that. Start with the controversy.
Gunshots.
Let's start with the controversy. We're gonna let the graduating man
You
start.
know what? Go ahead. You shout out, graduate. Go ahead.
All right. Knicks fans, I already know a lot of you want Mikal Bridges.
Right.
But after doing research on Mikal, I've kind of eased off him a bit.
Just mad funny because, you know what? Everybody was on Dennis Smith Jr. last year and we weren't.
Right.
And everybody's like still on his jock and I'm still kind of like, nah, I still like Frank.
I think we good.
Yeah.
I think we're good with Frank.
And,
And
I'm not on Mikal as much as everybody else, but it's interesting that are we going to be against everybody again?
Let's see.
Okay, go ahead.
All right. This is why I say that I'm kind of not leaning towards Mikal on, who I want the Knicks to draft. Mm-hmm. Because when I did further research on Mikal, this is what I found out about him. First, I'm going to start with his, positives. Okay, so he's an improved shooter. Throughout his years in college, he's improved his three-point shot.
Right.
Like 50% or something?
Yeah,
Like
but
40.
Yeah, but they're saying that his range is not great, which means he's going to have to adjust to NBA 3-point range.
Right.
Yeah. Another good thing about Mikal is that he has good basketball IQ.
Okay.
And he's a great off the ball player, which means like he moves off the ball, which means like, you know, cuts to the basket and stuff like that.
3-and-D guy.
Yeah, exactly. He's good at that. And also, of course, he can play great defense. He can guard anywhere from 1 to 4. He have a 7'2" wingspan, which is also a great positive because, especially with the type of basketball Fizz that wants to play in New York, you have to play defense.
Yeah, man. Him with Frank?
That's
Like,
what I was just about to say that.
Yeah, exactly.
That would be a pretty solid backcourt defensively.
The switching, they can switch 1, 2, 3, 4,
Yeah.
no problem. Him and
Yeah,
Frank.
they can switch at will, but it's when I look at his weaknesses, that's where I'm kind of backing off of him at because where I think the Knicks should draft, like who I think the Knicks should draft, I feel like he doesn't have the qualities that I would want in a player that the Knicks.
The
Scorpio
brain is aligned, man.
Listen, bro.
It is aligned.
It ain't even just the Scorpio brain. When you took, I mean,
Now, if you're going, I'm just saying, if you're just gauging it off of the crowd reaction, even with Instagram, Twitter,
I understand that, but
everybody's on Mikal right now.
But if his weaknesses are not attacking the basket, like not being aggressive attacking the basket, that's one thing, right? Strength, and these are actually some of the things I guess in the beginning of Frank's career that we're like, okay, these are the things he needs to work on. I don't know if we need another one like that, you know.
Yeah, and this is where I was gonna go because he has trouble shooting pull-up jumpers. He's not a great handler of the ball.
Right, so he can't create his own shot.
Yeah, exactly, and that's where I'm kind of going off of him because I feel like he's the type of player where I could see him going 10 to Philly. Because Philly, they're set. You know, they need
be a spot-up shooter.
Exactly. They need somebody who's going to be more of a complementary piece.
Yeah.
I'm like, the Knicks are not in a position to go drafting complementary pieces. We need somebody who's going to come in and be able to create offense and a guy who can at least create his own shot. You know, like somebody who can really help out KP on the offensive end.
Right.
And I feel like Mikal doesn't have those qualities that I'm looking for, which is why I'm kind of backing off Mikal at this point once I did the research.
Now, I am going to kind of agree with you here. I know this is blasphemy for all. I guarantee you, if you listen to any other Knicks podcast, I guarantee you're not gonna hear this. But I guarantee you're gonna guess the grade. Yeah. But yeah, we speak how we feel, we don't care. Anyway, now I'm not on the if we do get Mikal, I'm gonna be happy because there's still that 3-and-D thing. If anything, if we have Trey Burke causing some, mischief, breaking down the defense, he can be a spot up 3-point shooter.
Right.
And play defense on the wing and be able to switch with Frank. And eventually KP. Like when all those threes are all bat together, if we have someone who can break down the defense, it's gonna be a monster.
Right.
It's gonna no one's gonna be able to really score. So I'm not gonna be super upset. I would hope over time that he can develop an offensive game. Maybe because his everybody says Kawhi Leonard, right? Kawhi Leonard didn't start out that way either.
Right? No, absolutely. At
the same time, you kind of have to coach that. There's some people who can be coached to do that, and some people who can't. Best example is probably Courtney Lee. Like Courtney Lee is like the best. The best role player you'll ever see. Like he'll knock down those threes. Every now and again he'll do like a little hesitation dribble, set people up. But you don't see him constantly being aggressive to be able to like take over a game really.
Yeah.
And you kind of feel like Mikal can be Courtney Lee, but better defense. Ish.
Yeah.
Defense, that's not bad though.
It's not bad.
Yeah, it's definitely not bad.
No, I'm not saying it's bad. Like you're just saying maybe you want to find somebody who can create their own shot a little bit more.
I think that's what I'm leaning towards. I love the fact that he plays defense, and for that reason, if we get him, I'm like, okay, let's focus on that. But I would like somebody who could create their own shot a little bit.
I would be happy with him though. I'm not if he came to the Knicks.
Yeah,
I would be happy with him. I would just be like, we're gonna have to find somebody to create their own shot somewhere in free agency, or I don't know, or just rely on Trae. Moutier, we don't know what we getting.
Yeah, we don't know what we're gonna get with this.
That's an interesting question. I mean, are you guys happy, or does this team have a point guard?
I was gonna speak on that later.
I think that's where you got to start it, because if the team's got a point guard, I think you're happy with the Villanova kid. But
Exactly. I mean,
if not,
So
we have Mr. Steal Your Minutes.
right,
Yeah.
Trey
we have
Burke.
that.
We have Frank, but he's an unknown, but we'll get into
He's
that
still-
later.
right.
Since
'Cause
Brian wants to hold his
combo.
gems.
Yeah.
I think the coach is looking forward to working with Moutier. So I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe
Yeah.
he's got.
You know.
I mean, I don't know. There might be something
but-
there.
but-
I'm not
but
ready
then-
to just give up on that just yet.
No, I think maybe he's seeing something that we haven't.
I
Who
mean,
do you compare him to?
D
Dwayne
Wade. Exactly. So I mean,
You know, I
don't-
think he was jumping out the window with that one.
yeah,
Listen,
exactly.
man, I'm all for the gas. I'm all for the gas, bro. If you're gonna gas your players so they can play better, I'm all. Yo, you a Dwayne Wade, son. You look just like him. And that,
Then tell Timmy he plays like Michael Jordan.
You know what?
I mean, might as well.
I'm for gassing players, but I'm for realistic gassing of players.
Nah,
What did he
Like,
say? What's that, Draymond Green?
oh, Lance Thomas, that's a reach also.
that was the reach of the century.
Yeah.
He said Lance Thomas was like Draymond Green. Wait, what century are you talking about?
Lance Green. That's what I'm saying. I can see it if you squint.
Man.
I mean, Lance ain't even making him dance like Lance Stevenson. So I mean,
Exactly.
I don't know, man.
I'm all for the gas. Whatever, man. Gotta build them up before you tear them down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when reality hits, that's a hard pill to swallow, bro.
Yeah.
That's a hard pill to swallow. I thought you said I play like Dwayne Wade. Well,
I mean, if he passed a little bit more
and actually could finish at the basket.
Yeah, which Dwayne Wade can do
and
exceptionally
shot
well.
like 3 seconds faster. I mean, let's talk about Lance Thomas now.
Lance.
Lance.
Oh.
But yeah,
An average close to triple doubles sometimes. Then okay,
man.
just fix a few things. It's like 2 or 3 or 4 or 5 things. It's not that much.
Oh man, but yeah. I think that's a good point. You know, depending on if we're happy with our point guard situation, it also determines, you know, if we're happy with that. I mean, like you said, he plays D. If we picked him, wouldn't be upset. But I don't know if he's the best fit for what. I would like.
Yeah, he's just a perfect system player, man. He's been in a great system in Villanova. He's gonna be a pros pro.
Of course.
Wherever he goes, he's gonna do his job. He's gonna do the dirty work, and he's gonna. And that wingspan, you can't teach it. And those defensive instincts are nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, of course.
Or if he's there, or Young, you can only take one of them. Who you take? Or Carter, or pick.
If Trae Young are around,
I mean, if y'all want to get into who I want the Knicks to actually pick.
Do you want to talk about Trae Young? Because we tiptoeing around the point guard.
I mean,
let's just talk about
let's
Trae
just
Young
get to the
right
point
now.
guard.
I mean, we could talk about Trae Young, but it's not even Trae Young who I want the Knicks to
Oh,
pick.
I don't want
though.
Trae Young either. But we talking about
shut
point
up.
guards. Do we just want to go? Who would you? Wait,
But he's saying if Mikal and Young are available at that time, who do we take?
You know what? Let's get out the way. Who do you want to pick?
I mean, if we're gonna get to that, then we're gonna break this player down. Then
Let's go. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right, go for it.
I want the Knicks to draft Collin Sexton, Roll Tide, point
I did
guard.
not see that coming.
Really?
I did not
Yes.
see that coming.
All right, well,
This
Numbers,
is
man.
This is
Not
an
gonna
interesting
complain
pick
about
too, because Knicks fans also don't want Collin, but I feel like they sleeping on him, man.
I'm gonna break it down as to why I think the Knicks should go after Collin Sexton, because now I'm gonna get to the point guard situation. This is why I feel like if the Knicks draft Collin Sexton, I wouldn't be mad, because the way I look at the point guard situation for the Knicks, I like Trey Burke. Don't get me wrong, but I see him more as a sixth man
Coming off the bench. I figured.
backup point guard coming off the bench. Like, he's just a temporary guy who's gonna start at point guard for now, I believe. Moutier, I don't know. In the name of the Lord, I really don't know what we're gonna get from Moutier. So
Nobody knows.
exactly.
But Fizdale said he's gonna get him right, kid.
I hope
D Wade status.
I hope Fizdale does. I'm gonna put trust in him on that. Frank, I see Frank more as a combo guard. Like, I see him more as a guy that you can play him alongside a guy who actually runs the point.
Yes.
I still think he can grow into a point guard. It's not the script's not down on him, but
He's still only 19 years old.
That's
Yeah.
exactly.
I don't
He's
think
still
it's
a kid. Yeah.
he's a combo guard now, but I still feel like he can grow into a.
Or maybe
It's
actual-
a pure point guard, you think?
I think he could.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Right now, I see him as a combo guard, that guy that, you play him at the 2 next to a point guard, and he can also provide creativity from that 2 spot. And also, sometimes, like, if you want to, like, give your point guard a break, something, you can, like, push and break to the 1, and, you can play there for a bit also. That's the way I see Frank.
Yeah.
Future projection. El Presidente, I mean, we already know he's going to be a bench player. That's the look this guy gave me, yo.
Trade bait. El Presidente, for those who don't know the slang,
Ron Baker.
is Ron
Yeah.
Baker. That's KOT slang, Pat.
Yeah,
Ron
exactly. And then from that standpoint, like, I don't really see the Knicks having like a legit starting point for the future in my eyes. And when I look at Collin Sexton play, you know who he reminds me of? Russell Westbrook. That's who he reminds me of. And now I'm going to go into, his breakdown, at least my breakdown for him.
Okay.
From researching him. Very aggressive player, which is what I like about him.
Yes.
The aggression.
I love aggressive, intense players. I love those players.
Yes, like he's a guy that he'll get the ball, just drive it all the way down the floor, finish at the rim strong. Also, he has a very shifty handle, great in the open court, as I said. He has a good mid-range game, which again, Westbrook, same thing, good mid-range game.
Right.
He needs to improve his 3-point shooting though. Which I believe he can, because if you look at his stroke, it's not bad.
Here's the thing with him and his 3-point shot. He's pretty good at shooting off the dribble from 3-point lines. But he's not good at, like, catch and shoot threes.
Yeah, the set shot needs work.
And that, under Fizdale's system, because you know how they're going for positionless basketball.
Right, yes.
And there's no guard. There's no point guard. That might be a problem, but go ahead.
Again, very competitive on the defensive side of the ball, but he's a better
Two-way player. Yeah.
But he's a better on-ball defender. They say off-ball he kind of gets lost sometimes. He doesn't really track like guys making cuts and stuff like that, so he needs to improve on that side. Also, he also still needs to improve in his creativity passing the ball. Right now, he's still learning the point guard position. He's more of a scoring point guard.
Yeah.
Because I think we talked about this last time we had this, like the pre-draft episode or Knicks Madness episode. I almost feel like his team was so trash he didn't have somebody to pass it to. Like, because I was looking at him like, yo, does he not pass out the pick and roll at all?
Yeah.
I was like,
He's like, I don't trust you.
or do people just not roll? Because I don't know if anybody's ever played ball before. When somebody sets a pick, and then they double you, and the guy next to you just stands there.
Move!
And it's like, move to the basket. Just bring me more problems. Like, get the options. Like, I just kind of wonder, like, does his team just not like to shoot, or they don't know how to play the pick and roll properly? I kind of feel like that might
Man, you
have.
start running pick and roll.
That might have a.
Yeah.
Man, you don't. Man, listen. When he played, who did he play? When they played Villanova, they double triple teamed him, and when he didn't have the ball, everybody else was like, "I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do."
That's so
took
odd
a
to me.
three.
I don't know. That's so odd to me.
But yeah, proceed.
Well, I mean, I pretty much finished my scouting report, so y'all can take over and and say your thoughts about Collin Sexton and if you think the Knicks should draft him or not.
Ah, man. Well, I'm iffy on the Collin Sexton thing. I don't think I'd be mad too. I think we would just have to trade a guard. The only thing with that is, the only thing I'm iffy about is like, all right, he's 6'3".
Right.
Do we believe in him? I feel like he's going to be better than Moutier. I'm not even going to lie to myself.
I don't even have to think about that. I don't even have to think.
So here's the thing. So as it stands right now,
It's like Fizdale is a developmental coach, though, so you start to
Right.
think like,
Of course.
maybe there's a shot, because we saw glimpses of Moutier taking over like a quarter, or not even a quarter. And it's not even. I mean, you not tell that lie.
okay, I'm
Like a 3-minute span.
All
You're
right,
like,
all right now.
oh, I'm here.
All right, let's.
And then it all goes down the hill.
Right.
So he's like, can Fizdale harness that, and we're gonna regret that later.
Right, that's the thing. Do we want to? Is that worth the risk?
6'5".
Right. Sexton's at 6'2". Right now, as it stands, our starting point guard would be.
It would have to be Berkey. I mean,
Right?
Has to be.
Yeah.
I
Fault
told
is
Trae-
kinda, yeah.
Yeah.
Right. He's like what, 6'1"?
He's 6 foot.
That's it.
Yeah, it's
That's
like,
what that's what I mean.
that's where he's listed at, 6 foot.
Yeah, and it's like
A little undersized, but
and
I do like his aggression and intensity, but I don't know.
you know I think my biggest thing is I really Fizdale
Shut.
I'm like can Fizdale earn his money?
See, we're not gonna
And-
know that. These are all like
Yeah,
they're all
yeah.
variables
Kids,
that we have
man.
no control over.
How many 20-point leads did the Knicks blow this year here?
Yeah, man. How
I
many
think
was it?
didn't they set a record this year for
I'm
most, or maybe that was just league wide or
They
something
were up by
that.
like 25 in some games.
Moody-
A lot
Yeah.
of different
It's
games. Here.
no-
You got 3 guards. Let the coach try and develop one of them. Hopefully, he can make something out of Moody
Right.
here. Get the kid from Villanova here, and let's get some defense back on the team here, which is what the city needs anyway.
I think that for
That's
me,
good to have. I'm not
yeah.
going to cry if they get Carter or Trae or any of the guards over here. I mean, you definitely need a point guard, and that's definitely a little bit more of an unknown with the team here.
Yeah.
How they can't find a point guard after all these years here. It's like the Jets in their quarterback situation.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Get a
pretty
point
much.
guard. Get like 8 of them. Just pick the point guard in 2 rounds, and I wouldn't be opposed to that. But
Yeah.
it is frustrating how this team can't get a guy who can run the point.
Right.
Yeah.
In New York, the point
In New
guard
York,
out.
yeah.
Exactly, man.
How many point guards have we even gone through at this point?
Since when?
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. Well,
Well, not even talking about point guards. How about
Right.
players? We have like the highest
Right.
rotation rate of any player,
Wow.
any team. In
Wait,
the
what was the
league.
last year Van Gundy coached?
Like
2015,
01?
Yeah.
01, 02 about?
Okay. I feel like that was the end of the era right there.
Yeah.
Everything
Yeah.
just like snowballed from there.
It feels like
Exactly.
that because it was.
Right.
I mean, I mean, like, if we would have probably thinking, like, list every point guard we've had since the Van Gundy era, we'd probably be here forever, man.
Ever.
It's-
Ever.
It just seems.
I mean, you
so...
see the kid out in Utah. You see what
Tony Douglas.
Simmons is doing in Philadelphia.
And we've had some really good
Shane
players
Larkin.
like Crawford, Jamal Crawford. Like,
Yeah.
how come we couldn't hold on to him? I mean, it's just so many.
Sprewell.
I mean,
I guess my biggest thing here with Collin is I really like him. I see him more as a pure point guard
right.
than anything. If the
But I
Knicks
feel
are
like that
going,
we need a pure point guard.
no, I feel you, but. If you're trying to figure out what the Knicks are doing right now, they're going for this
Oh,
whole
the positionless ball,
basketball
yeah.
thing. And if
You
you're
need
going
a
for
combo.
if you're going for positionless basketball, grooming Moutier with Frank together would be the ideal move, right?
And if you're
Yeah.
going positionless, I feel you need a bigger guard then.
As exactly,
Yeah.
so you'd be
Bigger
able to switch.
Yeah, if you're going to do positionless, you need a bigger guard.
So you'd be able to switch everything. So that's really the biggest problem. Even though in my heart I feel like, yo, Collin, I like Collin a lot. I've been saying that ever since when we was doing the Collin versus Trae Young thing. I was just like, Collin.
Yeah.
I know some people like Trae Young, but you know,
No, of course, a lot of folks
Yeah.
are on the
Collin
Trae
is
Young
more
bandwagon.
athletic.
How about just getting some guys that can play the positions? I
Yeah,
know this
exactly.
is positionless basketball. I get so nervous. I get positionless basketball. You don't have the talent on the team that can actually play any of the
That's what
positions.
you have to have the
hear.
talent
Yeah.
for
Yeah.
positionless basketball, and they have to be big enough. I mean, you can't, if you have somebody like a Ben Simmons, yeah, he could sometimes
He
switch
can play
off on the
position,
5.
yeah.
Yeah.
But
Pretty much.
I mean,
somebody-
dude is like 6'10", so I mean,
this is what I mean. This is what I mean. So
He was cooking Lance Thomas, and he's positionless.
this is what I mean. But like we don't have. And being realistic, we don't have the talent for that. And again, Fizz may see something we don't.
If you just say screw positionless, Collin, you're the point guard. Frank, you're the 2. But like even if we're throwing out just guarding different people, Collin has to work on making 3-pointers off the catch.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah,
This is
At
a
all.
3-point.
Yeah.
The 3-point league.
Make
The whole,
league, yeah.
If you can't make
Yeah.
threes in this league here, you're dead.
Yeah.
I mean, even looking at your boy LeBron now, he has really added that to his game.
yeah.
I mean,
But he still might struggle with. That's probably
He-
why he can't even play with point guards who have the ball in their hand that much.
It's true. He's not a 3-point shooter. We
He's
know
not
that.
a 3-point shooter.
He's
per
not.
se.
He's a streaky shooter, but
Yeah.
he's strong enough and skilled enough to hit a few.
That's why I knew Derrick Rose there wasn't gonna work in the jump, or anybody who has the ball in their hands.
Oh, don't even let me start on Derrick Rose's 3-point shot, yo. Oh my God.
Supposedly he was working on that. So, I don't know.
Work in progress.
I mean, to be fair to Derrick Rose, though, he did play better in Minnesota. Like, he was, like, one of their better players towards, you know, down the stretch for Minnesota and in the playoffs. So, I mean...
Yeah, how many minutes was he playing?
He was playing off the bench, but still...
That's what he needs to do. That's the only way he's going to be successful. Is coming off the bench, reduced minutes, you're not a starter.
Yeah.
You know, Melo needs to take a page out of his book. But anyway, that's a
Oh, here you go.
conversation. Whole other conversation.
It's only a 2-hour show.
I know. That's why I'm like, let me stay on track. All right, so Collin prospect, but based in that positionless system, I don't know. He might not be the best fit. If they decide to step away from that, then I really wouldn't be opposed to that.
Even if his position is the fact that he knows how to play defense, he's competitive on defense. I think that'll overcome his lack of size. I think. Which is why I'm leaning towards him.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, it's just the size issue, man.
Not
you switch off.
Not off of a 2. I mean, maybe
6'2", and you get a
6'3" to 6'6".
guards that are like 6'9", bro. Like, that's tough, man.
Nah, man.
All they gotta do is take him in the paint. That's a problem all night.
Even with Burke, when you watch Burke play, like he can defend really hard for like a good amount of time, and then but he's so short.
But then they
he
switch.
has to.
But they create those pick and rolls to get him in a situation where there's a mismatch.
Yeah.
That's what the goal is. Oh, he's playing in a game. We have a 6'6", 6'7" guard. We're gonna make that switch happen. So he's
Burke gets cooked just because of
mismatched.
his height. Just because of his height. I mean, Collin does have a little bit more of a
He does
reach.
say, yeah.
But
Don't worry, Sexton. I believe in you, B.
I like Sexton.
No, that's what I'm saying. I like him.
Sexton. I like Sexton.
I'm just thinking in like the grand scheme what they trying to do, and I don't know. I think it'd be difficult. I think it'll be difficult.
Can I go for my pick since we doing
Sure.
Go right ahead, man.
Man, I'm going for. I'm not taking the Manhattan Bridge. I'm taking the Brooklyn Bridge, bro. I'm taking Miles.
Okay.
I'm taking Miles, and here is why I'm taking Miles. For one, we don't know what the hell is going to happen with Beasley. With the money being allocated, it seems like management is trying to give the money to Colin Quinn. I don't know how much money we have really left after that. If he wants $10 million or whatever he wants.
I mean, to talk about cap space or whatnot, like on the other day on ESPN, they showed Knicks projected cap space for 2008, 2019.
How can
Yeah,
that
like
be?
Knicks cap space is pretty much
Holy
full.
crap.
Yeah.
So we're going to end up having to make a choice between Kyle and Beasley, unless we get them both in the same room. Like, hey man, we want to keep both of you. So
How many years is Quinn looking for?
Huh?
How many years is Quinn looking for?
I don't know. You would think more than 1 year. You would think.
Yeah.
So we were in a tough
You
situation
can't
with
get in
cap
that
space.
position where you're giving these guys $10 million for multiple years.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm
One-
hoping maybe
1 year, second year option. I mean,
7.
what do you think? It's something like that. Like,
Yeah.
I don't want to see a 3-4 year.
With the 2019, coming in with this free agency 2019
Yeah.
on our list. So, off the jump, we got Miles, who was like a small forward, power forward type of guy. He can kind of fill that role once if we can't afford to keep Beasley. That's for one. Secondly, the Miles Mikal debate. Miles has an edge of creating his own shot.
Yes, he does.
that's
Yes,
right.
he does.
He's like a bully. He's like a small forward, power forward bully. I've seen him take these smaller dudes and back them down and score on them. Something that is essential in the NBA when you have mismatches to take advantage of them.
Absolutely.
And I feel like you can take advantage of mismatches. Absolutely. I'm a lot better than Mikal. Now, granted, it's not like a huge jump. It's not like a huge difference, but it's there, and he just seems in general to have more of like a I want this, like the intensity, like that killer instinct, like the it.
Yeah.
Like, I'm taking this game over. Give me the ball. I'm gonna shoot. I can see him doing that.
I think that's I'm personally a Miles person as well, and so Yeah, no, you know, I think because of that, because when I look at him, I was like, I feel like he fits what New York needs. We need somebody who's going to be able to just aggressively take people in the paint and go to the basket.
Right.
He can create his own shot. And we need that you know, big man power forward that's mobile and can play, you know, again, this positionless basketball.
And he dropped some weight too. He
Yeah.
dropped 20
Yeah.
pounds. Because I know people were talking about how's the fat guy gonna be able to come small forwards. I'm just like, he dropped the weight. He can move.
Yeah, no, he's gonna be. He'll be able to fit that. You know.
And you know what? The knock when you compare Miles and Mikal, you say, you know what, Mikal has better at defense, which I am not disputing at all. But I just feel like Miles. I don't feel like Miles' defense is broken. You know.
Yeah.
Nah.
Even though Mikal is like the phenom,
He's still coachable defense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like Dave Fizdale gets a hold of him, teaches him the fundamentals. He can develop that
Yeah.
and still be okay. Like people like Burke, where they just have nothing to go off of. Not Burke, Trae Young.
Oh,
Where like his defense is just broken. Like this is nothing.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't have athleticism. He doesn't have desire. And you're just like,
that's
what do you do?
That's the thing.
You're just hoping that he becomes like a
burns
decent
me.
team
No
defender.
desire to play defense. No thanks.
Man, my man Trae Young just about getting buckets. That's what he cared about.
I mean,
And creating offense. I'll give him that too. He creates offense
Okay.
as well. Yeah.
but then
High
you know,
level.
you gotta be able to. You can score. You gotta be able to stop on the other end though.
Just give me a little bit.
We saw, you know, the Melo era. Again, I love Melo, man, but that scoring only thing doesn't always pan out.
I think I'm like a PSD. What do you post traumatic stress? With
Right,
that?
exactly.
Post traumatic stress defense. I'm having like relapses of like, no, I can't not have
Right.
a decent, at least
Right. You
somebody
gotta-
who
you
can
gotta
do a
play.
lick of defense.
You gotta play something.
Just give me a lick.
You gotta play. You gotta play some defense. Something.
Yes, yes. And I guess I'll finish off the Miles Bridges, because I do got, you know, a little scouting report on him also.
Okay.
First I'll say this. If the Knicks draft Miles Bridges, I will not be mad. I will not be mad with that pick.
Yeah.
The one thing I do like about Miles Bridges, he's ambidextrous, left or right, which means you can't predict which way he's going to go.
Hit you with the little floater,
Yep,
little post game left or right, don't matter.
exactly. And again, as Jay said, he got great athleticism. And he can either take you down low if you're smaller and score on you, or he can take a bigger man off the dribble
Yeah.
and drive to the basket. He has pretty good handle for his size. So again, positionless basketball, he'll fit right in. He has a good handle. He can create his own shot. And also I found out that he can also pick and pop off the pick and roll, and he finishes strong at the rim, which is also great. He's also a good defensive rebounder. He's aggressive.
Yes. Yeah, he gets those
This is
boards,
what I'm
man.
saying. Like
Averaging
Yeah.
7
like he
rebounds a game.
fits.
Yeah, exactly.
He fits what we need.
And also they say he has good strength and he can body bigger wings and
I
forwards.
feel like he fits what we need.
Yes, yes. And then also, even though he's not great defensively, but he can switch on defense with his size, and he has the athletic ability to recover,
Yeah.
which is good. Now, here's a bit of his weaknesses. He needs to develop more of a pull-up jumper, because according to scouts, they say his pull-up jumper is still a bit weak. And also that he's also going to have to get adjusted to the NBA three-point line as well.
I feel like it's everybody.
I was about to
Yeah,
say,
yeah,
everybody in this
exactly.
game.
I don't think it's that big of an adjustment, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly.
It's like, oh, okay, step back a foot.
And trust me, and trust me, the weaknesses are not much, because I mean, like, the weaknesses that they say, like, I feel like they're fixable. You
Right.
know what I mean? So
I feel like his ceiling is just higher than Mikal's.
yeah, it is. It is.
Straight up, it's higher. In my opinion.
Which is why if the Knicks draft him, I will not be complaining.
Most definitely, man.
All right. So, we got Mikal.
Yep.
We got Miles. We kind of touched on Trae Young, but did we really go into it?
Should we go deeper?
Yeah, let's let's look at the Trae Young situation.
I don't even think Trae Young is even gonna be on.
But if he's
It's a
around,
stretch, but if he's
Yeah.
around,
but if he's available,
Yes.
If he's available, no.
Okay.
I'm not taking him.
okay,
all right.
okay.
and I'm just like, yo, it's just the risk reward is just very, very high and very, very low. To me, man. It's just like it's the gap is wide for that for a miss. Like on one hand, he can shoot three well. He can set up his team as well. But on the other hand, it's like he's not athletic at all. He doesn't like to play defense.
These point guards are way too fast
and
way
he's short,
too strong.
and he's guarding the toughest position in the NBA.
Yeah, man.
And he's very, very turnover prone. On top of that, so it's like, it's a lot. Like, I just don't know what to expect. I don't know what to expect from him once he gets to the NBA. He can just be dominated on the offensive end. And even though he has a quick release, but he has like a low release point, so you're not even sure if he'll be as effective getting those shots off in the NBA as he is in college.
That's the thing too, because in college, there's a few standout people. In the league, everybody's a standout. Everybody is like the best of the best at this point.
His range, maybe you think maybe his threat to shoot it from very, very deep can keep people on their heels, kind of like Curry.
Right.
But that's I'm shaky on your boy.
Well, I'll dive a bit deep into Trae Young.
Okay.
As Jay said, the gap between whether he'll be great and a bust is very wide.
Great and a bust.
because it's either he's going to be Steph Curry or he's going to be DJ Augustin.
Wow.
Wait a minute.
It's a big jump.
DJ played well for Magic last season.
I was like, no. Steph Curry?
Again, a limited range from three. He can pretty much knock it down from anywhere on the court.
Right.
He also has a good pull-up jumper. He has, for a freshman in college, he has good handle and passing ability. He has good court vision. He's very effective on pick and rolls. He's good at controlling pace of the game, which is essential in today's NBA.
Right.
And also, let's see, he can also chain speed off the dribble, and that's because of his pull-up ability. So, like, if he's driving to the basket, defenders might, back off a bit thinking that, he might pull up. And then he can hit him with a hesitation and just go right by them. Yeah. So he has that to his game as well. And he has pretty good footwork, which is, another positive for Trey Burke. But again, weak defender.
I was about to say, was that footwork on defense?
It's Trae Young's, you mean?
Yeah.
You doing like me.
Yeah. Exactly. Trae Young plays defense like me.
2 or 3 strong possessions.
Exactly.
I don't know. It might be less.
Because
you seen good cooked in the championship.
Yeah, I'm about to say I didn't see 2 or 3.
Yeah, my dude was out there and he looked like he was putting in no effort whatsoever on the defensive end.
Because he was saving effort for the offense. What do you mean?
Exactly. Also, he's weaker than most players. Like, he doesn't need to get stronger when he comes to the NBA.
Bottom 10% as far as height.
Yeah, and he's not.
According to the
how tall is
combine.
he?
And he's not very athletic, as Jay said. And also, sometimes his shot selection can be poor. But that I'm going to hold off against, because I think that a lot of times why he took those terrible shots is because his team in Oklahoma sucked and he had to do everything. So I felt like sometimes he was like, you know what, I need to get a basket for my team. Let me just hoist up this long ass 3 and see if it goes in. So that's my scouting report on Trae Young. Would I be mad if the Knicks draft him? No.
Young or Sexton?
I'm still picking Sexton over.
All right, smart man.
I'm still Sexton is my guy, but it's just that if he does happen to be drafted by the Knicks, I would hope that Fizdale can unleash the potential in him, because I do think that if he puts it together in the NBA, there's a high chance that he's going to be an all-star point guard, which is what I believe. So
yeah, it's the same thing. I mean, he's a kid. He's He's just a freshman.
Right. Yeah.
Defensively, there's nothing but upside for him. He can't get any worse.
Right.
I don't know if you want to start a scouting support.
But you're looking at, going back to the point that I was saying before, I mean, here's a guy who could actually run your backcourt for the next 10 years. Same thing with Sexton, though.
Yeah.
Right. That's what I'm like.
Yes.
If he can make it
See,
there.
right. If he's available.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to be
He's not-
available anyway.
I don't think
yeah.
he's gonna be available either.
Nah,
But if he is,
I think he'll be snatched up by then.
Yeah, it's going to make it a tough choice for the Knicks if he's still there at number 9.
Not if I'm the head.
Now if Sexton and Trae Young happen to be there at number 9, I would pray to God that Knicks go Sexton over Young, but you know.
I still won't take either of them.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. Oh man.
Jair Smith. Okay. See?
All right. Well, let's see.
Oh, that's a possible second round pick.
Nah, that's like a sleeper.
Who? Which one?
Jair Smith.
You know what? I got a scouting report on that guy too.
Okay.
I well, since you brought him up,
Yeah.
what's the report on him?
I was gonna bring him up yet, but
Yeah, I mean you mentioned
when you
him.
mumbling the mic. I mean,
Exactly.
I heard me, my bad.
All right, so Jair Smith, Texas Tech.
Yeah.
He has good athleticism.
Great amazing athleticism.
Yes.
That's understating. Jump off the gym athleticism.
Yeah, which makes him highly effective in the open court. Which
45-inch vertical athleticism.
Very true. Yeah.
Yeah, that is great. Which makes him highly effective in the open court. He has the potential to be a good 3-point shooter. His shot looks very fluid. Good rotation on the ball.
45% from 3.
Yes. He is active on the offensive board, which means he's a guy that, you know, if you need offensive rebounds, that guard that will come in, he'll come in and crash the boards for you. He's a very good and active defender.
He's active.
This is what we
Yes. And this is what I like about him, because when I saw clips of him, he's also a great help defender, because I've seen a lot of times when opposing players would drive to the basket, he would just clog that lane immediately and strip the ball, which is what I like about him.
Yeah, man. He's like aware. He's very aware, yo.
Exactly. And then what did Fizdale say? He wants the Knicks to play defense and create turnovers, and that guy would fit that mold.
That's what you get your offense from.
1.1 steals, 1.1 blocks. It's crazy because he kind of reminds me a little bit of like a raw version of Mikal. But like in the shooting, more of a pure shooting guard. But like before, but he's not like as aggressive. Because even though he shoots that good from 3-point range, he doesn't shoot a lot of those. He shoots like 1 a game.
Yeah, like 1 or 2 a game. Yeah.
He's very raw offensively though. That's really what the problem with him is.
Yeah, this is I was gonna get to the negatives. He lacks creativity with the ball in the hand, and like when they showed a lot of clips where
clips
it's like,
bad.
like when he
right into that one, huh?
like when he drives to the basket, he takes only 1 or 2 dribbles and picks it up, and tries to run the rest of the way, and it's not like he has Greek freak length to get to the basket off of 1 dribble.
Oh, no.
It's not pretty.
Yeah, it's not pretty at all. And also, what else?
He kind of does that Moutier falling thing.
No.
And also he's limited with his handle too, which forces him, which means it's easier for the defense to force him to take difficult shots.
Right.
Which is also a negative of his. And also, he needs to try to create a pull-up jumper in his game. I think that would help him a lot if he was able to get that.
He needs a lot.
But he definitely needs to improve his handle, especially if he's going to be a guard in the NBA.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, shooting guard. Yeah.
Cookies all day. We don't need that.
Nah.
But that was a sleeper pick that came way faster than I. My fault, my guys.
Oh, no, that's all right. So, second round, you think?
I think he's gonna be first.
He's going to be first?
I don't know, because when I was looking up his where he's possibly drafted, they said early second round, but I don't know.
I've heard that his draft stock has improved.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So you actually might
What?
be.
Really? What caused that? What caused the improvement?
I don't know. He was balling. He was balling out for his team. Last couple of 10 games or so. So who knows? We'll see what's gonna happen.
We'll see.
True.
All right.
But there's some other intriguing names left on that list that we didn't even get to yet.
What, like Wendell Carter Jr.?
I'm curious.
yeah.
How do you feel about Jalen Brunson?
Jalen Brunson? I think it's a solid point guard. Like, I think he'll be a solid point guard at the next level. He can definitely.
Senior, I'm having a hard time understanding why he's projected to go either top second round or low end first round.
You see, because with the NBA draft, like, they draft more based on potential.
Yeah,
that's
exactly what it is.
Yeah, so it's like when you have a player where he can come in immediately, and you already know what to expect from him. Usually those players are picked later in the round.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That makes
Yeah.
sense.
This is why the Spurs just keep picking people off.
That's
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
He's got our eye on him.
Exactly.
Yeah. They picked the short shot.
He's good now.
Right.
He
Exactly.
can't jump out the
Getting him.
gym, but he can shoot
Let him
for
go
you.
to second round. Don't worry about it.
International
We'll get him.
championships. Guy knows how to win. He can run the point as well.
Yeah, it seems like a no-brainer. And maybe, again, what do we know? We're on the outside
Yeah,
looking
right.
in, right?
Yeah.
But it's like, it seems like a no-brainer. Why wouldn't this guy be higher up in the draft? But
I guess the upside isn't as high as the younger guy.
Yeah, exactly. Because you look at Trae Young.
So it's almost like you get
outside.
punished for staying 4 years in college.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
see, then I mean, again, that's a whole other conversation.
Yeah.
With the one and done players, but
Yeah, because I think NBA teams, when they look at players like Trae Young, Collin Sexton, for example, they're like, yo, these guys are so good
They feel like the
at
ceiling's bigger.
their age. Can you imagine if we get this guy and
Develop him the way
develop
they
him
want,
the way,
develop
you know
him,
what?
the ceiling is bigger.
Exactly, what he can become.
Yeah.
I think that's what
But
NBA
it-
teams look at.
but it's still a gamble. I mean, it's still a
Yeah,
gamble.
it
Yeah.
is.
Yeah, you're still gambling at the end of the day.
Yeah.
That's really what it boils down to. All right, so let's see. Who haven't we spoken about yet? We haven't spoken about Wendell Carter Jr., right?
Nope.
Michael Porter Jr., right?
Yeah.
And then Knox, we haven't spoken about yet either.
Nah.
You think Knox is going to be better than Mikal and Miles?
I mean,
6'9".
6'9".
should we get into Kevin Knox?
Let's.
I
do
mean,
it.
the only reason I mentioned Kevin Knox,
He's got a mid-range
is 'cause
and a
we-
three-point shot.
We got into the conversation about potential versus short thing.
Right, right.
And then I think his coach came out and said that he feels like Knox will eventually be better than Mikal because of his height and his stature. And he just like raw right now, but he'll be able to put it all together. And I'm just like, you're a coach. You're supposed to say that.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Like he's supposed to big up his player.
Yeah. It's like my father talk about me. He's like, my son is trash. Nah, he gonna talk about every good thing about me.
Exactly.
He's a great artist. He plays basketball. He's got a podcast.
He's like exactly. This is the Jordan of life. He's not gonna mention how messy my room was. When I was
Yeah, exactly.
Oh
Exactly.
man.
But since we're getting into Kevin Knox,
Yeah.
we might as well.
Okay.
Kevin Knox. Let's see. Again, he's a very good athlete with above average explosion, good in the open court.
Right.
He's a good shooter from three, so you can see him developing into a consistent 3-point shooter.
yeah, his shot is
And his mid-range is pretty good, too,
his
man.
mid-range is
Yeah.
automatic.
And again, he's a good on-ball defender, but my God, when I seen the clips of him trying to defend off-ball and off screens, it's terrible.
And in the NBA, that's
Yeah, and
you will get lost. You
exactly.
I'm so scared of like low IQ players, man. That scares the crap out of me.
need that. Yeah, man. You
Yeah.
get somebody like a Kyle Korver, you got to defend.
Yeah, you don't know where
Problems.
to go, and that
Problems.
scares
Yeah,
me.
because I mean, like when the clips I've seen of him defending players who run off screens, my man get lost easily. Easily.
I can't, yo. I can't.
What do you mean you can't? You have been for the past.
I'm hoping Knicks brass is thinking the same thing when they see him.
Yeah.
Like I can't.
And again, he has trouble finishing off the dribble in half-court sets,
Yeah.
which is not good. And also, he has trouble handling the ball, so he's definitely going to have to improve his handle. And when he gets to the NBA,
Lacks motor. Let's talk about that too.
yeah, he does. He does lack motor.
I don't like
Yeah.
that. I don't like that at all.
I don't care how many push-ups you can do. You gotta run, bro.
I don't. Yeah, man. Right. Yeah. That's matter of fact. I prefer that.
Word.
You got the push-ups.
Your body look. I don't care. Can you run? if you got the arm strength and you can do a million push-ups and you can chase LeBron around.
That's
for
great.
48 quarters. Then
Go
hell yeah,
for it.
I'm all for it. Then you probably
Exactly.
made me this low though.
Right. Exactly.
Exactly, but at the next level, they just gonna be screening him, and then the guy he's guarding is just gonna be going off like wide open lanes and everything.
And
Lack of motor and not being able to play off-ball defense. That's a bad combination, bro.
Yeah.
Fizdale's gonna have him wearing a cupcake shirt.
That is a bad combination.
I don't want no cupcakes in New York City.
No cupcakes there, bro.
Oh boy. Okay. Well.
I'm done with Knox.
Yeah, for me.
Nah,
Yeah, for me, that's
more
a
to
no-go.
add.
That's definitely a no-go.
We can do Mr. Wendell. We can do Mr. Carter Jr. over here.
Okay, Wendell Carter Jr.
I think if he does get picked, I might be on the verge of being a little bothered by that, but you know,
Wait, by what?
by Kevin Knox if they decide to pick,
There's no way they
I'll
pick
be bothered. Because the other ones I'm not mad about that. I'd be bothered if
I call Kevin Knox the people's sleeper. Some people were like, "Oh, what about Knox? He's big." And I'm just like, "Shush him out. Go in the corner somewhere."
Nah.
Yeah, I'd be bothered by that. All right. Wendell Carter Jr. What do you go? What's the report you got?
Nah, y'all gonna have to talk about him because I didn't bother doing a scouting report on him. My fault. I forgot about him. I forgot about him. My fault.
Immediately.
Because I mean, to be real about it, I've been watching Duke and all I saw was Bagley for the most part, so I forgot about it. I'm sorry.
See, overshadowed.
Damn.
Overshadowed.
Well, you know what? I'll do my Wendell Carter for you guys. Now, exactly what he said is true. Wendell Carter was overshadowed by Bagley, right? But why I like Wendell Carter, and I mentioned this before in the podcast, is when Bagley went down, Carter took over.
Yeah, right, because then he had his time to shine. Then.
Yeah, that is true.
All of a sudden, because he's averaging 13 and a half, all of a sudden Bagley goes down, he's doing 18. It's like, all right. So it's like...
So it does make you think, like, so... Did he perform the way he performed because Bagley's a better talent and he was told that he has to take a back seat to Bagley?
Exactly.
And he actually has the ability to take over in games?
Exactly.
See, sometimes those are the players that are the ones that actually shine in the league. Like, they're like the hidden gems,
It's like, I could be 1A and I could be 1 if I need to be.
Right. If
And-
allowed to be.
Yeah, so like his stats: 13.5 points, 9.1 rebounds,
Okay.
56% field goal.
Solid
He
numbers.
can shoot the three. He doesn't shoot it at a high volume, but he gives you like a 3 game.
Okay.
Yeah.
Modern NBA, you need those threes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Gotta have that.
And also didn't
At every position, too.
Didn't you post a clip on the podcast Instagram account where he's actually working on his 3-point game?
Oh yeah, most definitely. He's working on his 3-point game, and he's looking all right.
Yep.
He can play a little defense too. He gives you the blocks, 2.1 blocks a game. I like it, man. He can post. He's very efficient. It's not really a lot of holes in his game. This is like one of those Spurs pick type of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, he just does everything well. The only thing that people give him the knock on, so they don't feel like he has like the crazy high upside that a Bagley does and everybody else. But he just does.
But his basketball IQ, I feel like, offsets that. There's several players that have high basketball IQ and are not the most athletic.
Right.
Paul Pierce wasn't that athletic.
No.
Yeah.
And that's just one example.
And he's a 7'3" wingspan, 7'4" wingsman. He's like
which is
top
good.
something in the combine. He's like top. I'm gonna say 5. I'm going off memory. Could be lying though, so don't quote me.
And he's first round also?
First round,
Yeah.
somewhere between that one. No, he's not gonna be 1. Not gonna be 1.
Nah.
But probably 6 to 10ish.
So he may be around. He may be around.
6 to 10ish range. And people compare him to Al Horford. That's like.
I mean, Al Horford is balling.
And Al Horford, his contribution is immeasurable. Al Horford's contribution is immeasurable, and if he can, again and again, it's all a gamble. But if he can provide something like that, especially with this positionless basketball, I don't know if I feel comfortable with this phrase, but it's okay. But yeah, this positionless basketball, that might be a good piece.
He can play next to KP, man.
That could be a good piece.
He's used to playing with people who know what taking over. He's played with Bagley for all those years, so you can definitely put him next to KP.
Right.
And to be honest with you, I love Enos. He can kind of do a little bit
What Enos does.
And actually play a little bit better defense.
Yeah,
And shoot the three.
we need a Batman Robin situation in New York. That's what we need.
Yeah, you probably know about this more than me, so I'm gonna ask you this question, Jay. Because the only concern I have about him and KP playing together is that if we're gonna play this positionless basketball and against smaller teams, he's gonna have to come out probably and like guard like a guy that's smaller, like maybe a wing or a guard, like he might be switched onto that. Can he like guard guard
wings? I'm not sure if he has the foot speed to do that. Per se. Like I don't think his closeouts are that good. I think they're bad, but I don't think the foot speed is like elite level. It's not like a Bamba or nothing like that.
Yeah. Let's not get into Bamba.
We didn't talk about Bamba yet.
Was we gonna talk about Bamba?
Are we?
Because he's not even in the. He's not even in the range.
I know, like we have to.
That's like a wish, right? That's like a wish and a prayer.
That's
definitely a wish and a prayer.
That's like the Grizz. Oh, just because y'all didn't know.
It's Christmas morning. That's
that's one of those. You know what? The Grizzlies. They said they wanted to trade their pick, and they picking 4, and for some reason they're crazy enough to take our 9th pick plus Courtney Lee.
Yeah, we're like, what's up, Courtney? Back to Memphis.
Courtney, thank you for your services.
Courtney Lee and I don't know, Enos. I don't know.
Yeah, well, whoever else.
For a Bamba.
But like
Ron Baker.
Definitely.
But they said the new trade thing.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
People were saying Tim Hardaway Jr. They was like, can we give him Tim Hardaway?
Yeah, see?
And he has like a trade kicker too. Thanks, Steve Mills.
Yeah.
Thanks for that trade kicker. $8 million. I think it's $8 million trade kicker if you trade him.
Yeah, but Mo Bamba, like, now, I know, as I said, it's a pipe dream.
Yeah, man, on that pipe.
But that's the type of big man I would like playing next to KP, just for the simple fact that his defense and the way he's able to switch onto guards and smaller guys and be able to stick with them, and then him and KP in the paint blocking shots left and right. Oh my God!
His floor is defense, like first team all defense is his floor.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Like I'm good with that.
yeah.
You okay with that? I'm okay with that.
Oh man.
I mean, like, if we ever got lucky enough to get those two guys on the front court together, nobody would be able to score on us in the paint.
KP, Bamba,
Nobody.
and Frank.
Oh my God!
How can we put this out into the universe and make that happen? Oh my goodness. All right.
You gotta be a Celtic GM to pull that off.
Yeah.
I ain't no normal stuff.
Yeah.
Danny Ainge?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he caught that dummy from Brooklyn at the right time.
Listen,
Yep.
Danny Ainge made some genius moves.
He saw the new guy. He's like, you want to make a trade?
right.
Because the Brooklyn GM was like his first or second
Yeah,
year.
hey.
He's green, got all his first round picks. Oh yeah.
Yeah,
It
because
goes
the
more
Brooklyn.
the owner though than the GM.
Yeah. Man, listen.
I mean, talking about your owner. You're right. You're the owner.
Yeah, like, you know what, we'll give you old ass Garnett, old ass Pearsons you want to win now. Just give us, some future
Yeah.
first round picks.
He was so green and was like, we're going to get a championship this year. No, you're not.
Nah.
No, you're not. And you got these guys past their prime.
Blueprint to success. Remember that poster?
Yes. Of course I remember that poster.
Losers.
Exactly.
That's why you're the Brooklyn paint jobs.
Exactly. Oh, man. Okay, so
I think total.
Michael Porter Jr.
Ooh.
What are his numbers? How
I
do you
ain't
feel
perked
about
up.
him?
Now, Michael Porter Jr., first I'm going to say this. One of the few things I don't like about Michael Porter Jr.
Cupcake defense.
Well, but besides the cupcake defense, he's all right. He has no left hand whatsoever. None. Everything he does is right.
What about your man Randall in L.A.? He's only got a left hand, and he was killing with that.
That is true. But like, this dude's offensive potential is through the roof, though. Because, again, he's also effective on the fast break. He has good athleticism.
Yep.
He has good speed to run to the rim and finish.
Yep.
He also has the ability to get the rebound and bring the ball up the court, which is a great skill to have if you're a big man.
Absolutely.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Great rebounder.
Exactly. He's a decent 3-point shooter for now, but he has a potential to improve once he gets to the NBA. What else? Yeah, they say that he has defensive potential due to his size. He's not there yet though. He's going to need work on his defense.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's also not a great rebounder at his size either, so
But he's good off the second jump when he's
Right.
Yeah.
The second jump. Yeah.
yeah, exactly. So again,
And he can shoot.
yeah, he can shoot.
And he can shoot.
Exactly.
And he's 6'10" and he can shoot.
Exactly. And he's going to have to improve his toughness and,
Must say, what about his aggression?
challenge.
Cupcakes!
And challenge players at the rim because scouts think that he gets pushed off the block too often. He gets overpowered by other big men in the
Keith Van
paint.
Horn. Remember Keith Van Horn?
Yeah, man. It's like one
What
of
a
those.
waste of size, Keith Van Horn.
I mean, he was Jordan when he was on the Knicks for like that year.
Yeah, but the thing I like about him, his pull-up game is good.
Yeah.
And he has a good post game, which is, good starting point. So that means he can play on the perimeter and he can play in the post. So that's a good thing about Michael Porter Jr. But yeah, his offensive ceiling is high, though.
His offense is really high. He can kind of almost do what he wants to do, man. Even when he kind of came back from the back injury,
He was still killing.
it was crazy because I felt like he got his still,
Yeah.
and he was winded, and
Right.
tired, and he
Yeah,
was
it's because that's the thing that's the first thing that goes to conditioning.
yeah.
Your wind is the first thing to go. Once you have an injury,
But you still didn't really know how to judge him because his wind was gone, but he still looked like he was kind of affected playing out there in that short little bit of time.
Yeah.
But I would like to see him get a lot better on defense. He doesn't go over the picks. His lateral quickness is very, very, very slow. He doesn't really try on that at all, even in high school and into college. So Fizdale will have his handful developing that. That
yeah, because that's already a
ball.
bad habit that's been created.
Yeah,
Young.
even when he was fully, fully functional.
Yeah,
So
right.
that's gonna be an issue, when he gets here. If you ever to draft him, if he happens to fall to us, I do not see that happening
Right.
at all. I don't.
What number do you think he'll go?
Oh, he's going to the Bulls. No, the Bulls are not letting him pass.
Well, where the Bulls pick? Like
I think 7.
7?
I think it's 7. We can look and see.
Yeah, I believe the Bulls picked 7. And
Let's pull that up the draft order anyway.
and even when I feel like he was kind of visiting the Chicago earlier, and there was kind of like a little flirting, pre-game flirting before the draft was happening.
Right.
So I kind of feel like Bulls are not letting him go if he's there.
Yeah, and
Bulls is 7.
7?
7?
Bulls? Okay.
Yeah, and I also feel like people forget that coming out of high school, like people thought he was gonna be the number 1 pick the following year in the draft.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
And he had a lot to prove. He does not lack confidence. That's another thing, man. Not at all. Because he came out and he was like, I'm the best player in the draft. No disrespect to these other guys, but I played against all of them.
yeah,
I played against all these cupcakes, and I was right. And he's like, they worked on themselves and gotten better, but I'm still nice. I was like,
Wow.
that I kind of improv at the end there about the cupcakes and still nice part, but
yeah.
you get what I'm saying.
Of course.
He's not. He's very confident.
Yeah, confidence takes you a long way. So
It is, man.
Crazy.
But I don't think he's gonna be there. Did we talked about everybody right now?
Yeah, I
right?
think we got everybody.
We got everybody.
We got everyone. And some extra,
yeah, I mean, the only guy I have left on my list is Luka Doncic, but that's because
honestly, no.
I just threw him in there because I'm like, I know the Knicks have no chance, but if by some miracle the Knicks jump up to 4th, he might be there.
I don't know. There's no way he's going to 4, man. No way he's going past 2.
I mean, I don't know.
It'd be silly for him to go past 2, even
No
3.
way.
Yeah.
Past 2?
Because I don't know. News just came out today saying that more than likely Phoenix is going to pick DeAndre Ayton as number 1.
Yeah. Really?
And then they also said that I think it's the Hawks and the Kings got 2 in the 3rd pick, and they said that they might pass on Doncic for a big man, one of the American big men coming out of college.
Wow.
Yeah. Got the, who's the kid from overseas that they're looking at number 1 or 2?
Yeah, that's Luka Doncic. Yeah.
That's crazy.
So I mean, you never know. Like he might be available at that 4th pick.
He's only passed 3, 1, 2, and 3.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's insane.
That's crazy.
But I'll just talk about him briefly because, as I said, like I highly doubt the Knicks are gonna have a chance to draft him anyway. But this is what I like about him. He's a 6'8" guard.
Big man.
He has good court vision. Like I've seen him pull off some passes in the Euro League.
Yeah.
And I'm
Tough
like,
league, second toughest league in the
exactly.
in the world.
And I'm like, yo, there's no way this kid is 18 and he got court vision like that. I was like, yo, like his court vision is serious.
Check his ID. Get his social security card.
He can find open man off of pick and roll situations, and he's good in the open court. He's a good shooter off the dribble.
Okay.
His set shot needs work.
Okay.
Also, he has, what I also like about him is that he has multiple dribble moves to separate from defenders.
Yeah.
Like I've seen his highlights and stuff. He kind of remind me of James Harden the way he, does his moves and stuff.
Yeah.
And he also has like a legit step back jumper, which is like the mirror image of Harden.
His game is nice because after you posted that in the group chat, I was like, let me see, and his highlights are impressive. His highlights are impressive.
Right, Knox is nice, bro.
And also, he crashes the offensive board, which is good.
6'8", he's big. Yeah.
Yep. He also has solid footwork.
And KP approves.
Yes.
We trying to keep that man happy.
Exactly.
Right, exactly.
And also, his handle is good for a bigger guard. They say his handle is really tight,
Nice.
which is good. Here is the bad part, though.
Slow.
Poor defender. He's very poor defensively. So that's where, he's going to have to really need
NBA
work.
point guards.
Right. Cook. We don't want anybody that's gonna get cooked, man.
Yeah, and they also say that for now, he lacks quickness with his handle. So
Okay.
if a bigger man switches onto him, sometimes he can't get around him sometimes, and it forces him to take bad shots.
Oh no. Well,
Here's the thing, and I said the same thing about Frank, right? European players in general, people in Europe, they play basketball, straight basketball. NBA people, they work on their body, lateral
Right.
quickness, twitch muscles,
Right.
all
Yeah.
these other things. So I'm like, all right, I know one of his weaknesses is like the lateral quickness and the overall athleticism. Is one of those things like, he's not
because
putting that work in over
it's
there.
not
in Europe.
developed on that.
Yeah, like it could possibly
But then sometimes
get those NBA training in here over here.
that's the thing too. I was talking to my mom about this, and I was like, she was like, "How come these guys get injured so much and very specific injuries?" And I think it's because of some of that very specific training. Joints need certain movements, very specific, so that wear and tear sometimes lends to those injuries. But I think that's the difference with the European players is that they just play ball. They don't focus on the little body movements that you use in a game.
Yeah.
We got trainers specifically for that, specifically for quickness, specifically for lateral movement, specifically for increasing your handle speed.
That's why I'm salivating to see Frank come back after this summer. Though.
That's what I'm
He
saying.
can come back a whole different beast.
Yeah, exactly. Because that was the thing with Frank, too, because they said that Frank doesn't, his athleticism is not that great, but again, they said he didn't have the NBA training.
Exactly.
Yeah.
To increase his athleticism, and as the same with Doncic.
And they send trainers to France.
Yeah.
You said, you want to go home? That's cool. We'll just pack our bags and we're following you out there.
Exactly. And it's the same thing with Doncic. They said that right now, he's not that great athletically, but again, they said with NBA training, he'll be able to increase his athleticism, and that might make him a good defender, a better defender down the line.
Yeah.
4-0? That's crazy. He can be picked at 4. That's crazy.
Yeah.
We'll see. Everything is hypothetical until it actually happens, though.
Man, that changes all my whole because because he's supposed to be doing our predictions for the picks.
Yeah, draft order predictions.
So it's like, geez, all this crazy news.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, we can still go for it. Again, like I said, everything is hypothetical till it happens.
Yes, yes.
Because my thing was, I thought maybe Donick might go 1 to the Suns because they already had Peyton there, and I felt like Peyton wasn't working out for them, so this was like trash that. Let's go Donick and keep it moving. But,
And they also said that the Suns coach used to be his national team coach.
Really?
Yeah, so the Suns coach is familiar with Doncic as well.
But you don't think you think he's gonna go 1?
I mean, according to what I'm reading, they said they're gonna go at Aiden number 1.
Wow,
So
that's crazy.
yeah.
Okay, well.
But yes. So I don't know. Mine was Donick 1.
Okay.
8-2 to the Kings.
Ooh.
That's what I was thinking. And the Hawks, I was thinking Bagley. A little high-low with Schroeder and Bagley.
Yeah, I can see that.
And the 4 was getting tricky because they already have Gasol, but I was like, all right, well, I guess Jackson can kind of play off him too because he can actually shoot and stuff.
Yeah.
But now they're saying about to trade it, so who knows?
That's crazy.
Who knows what's gonna happen there? Mavs makes sense for Mavs to get Bamba because they've been trying to find like their center that can block shots forever.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bamba fits that.
Yeah, Tyson Chandler. They tried Noel, that didn't work out for them.
Nah.
So I can definitely see them taking Mo Bamba.
Yeah.
Tear. The Magic traded away Peyton.
Yes.
So I felt for sure they go in for Trae.
Mm-hmm.
If that makes
They traded away the point guard, so I'm figuring
Right,
they're
that
gonna
might
try
make
to get a
sense,
point
though.
guard
Yeah.
back. And then the Bulls, I said the Bulls, I felt like there was already flirting with Michael Porter earlier. The Cavs is where it gets tricky. The Cavs
Yeah.
is
What do they
like,
need?
what are they going to do?
Because
like,
what do they need? 2, what is LeBron gonna do?
Exactly. It's like, do you just like, you know what? Screw LeBron. He screwed us
Let's
already.
build for the future. Because I mean, that's what they did at the trade deadline.
Exactly.
They're like, all of these people you wanted to bring here did not pay. We getting rid of them. You know, especially the Isaiah Thomas pick. That was
So if you're thinking about that, if you're not trying, I feel like if you're trying to appease LeBron, you go Wendell Carter Jr. because they need like a tough big man who can play defense.
Okay.
And he's not like where he's just like Tristan Thompson is, but can shoot 3. You know what I'm saying? But if you're like screw LeBron, yeah, that was a shot. I said it. If you're like screw LeBron, then you can go. You can go.
what do they need?
You can go either way. You can go. People can create their own shot. You can go Sexton. You can go Miles. You can go.
Do they want a point guard that's going? They want a guard that's going to create his own shot.
And I also think that Cleveland might go.
Mikal?
I mean, they might go for defense. I think as well. Either a big man that can protect the paint, or somebody on the perimeter who can defend. Which is why I think it could be Mikal Bridges if LeBron stays. I think they might go for a complimentary piece like Mikal Bridges.
Right.
If LeBron goes,
But you don't. That's the thing, though. You don't know because the draft is before.
That's crazy.
yeah, I know.
agency, so you like stabbing in the dark.
So it's like, do we start preparing for the future in the event that he may leave,
you need to
or
flip
do we
it,
get
yo.
a complimentary piece? Decisions.
So that Cavs pick is
Right. No, I see. Yeah.
you don't know.
Damn.
Yeah.
You don't know.
That's a tough one.
And then that kind of
Determines what happens next.
Exactly.
Yeah, what's out there?
Are you going for people who can kind of make their only shot like Miles and Sexton, or are you just going straight for defense and then go for Carter Jr.?
Oh man.
Yeah, I think either way you cut it, Cleveland's drafting defense because they're one of the worst defensive teams in the league. So I think they're gonna bring in somebody who can definitely like help them on the defensive end. That's what I believe.
Okay.
So I mean, and then we get to the Knicks. I don't know. I'm gonna say I'm hoping Miles.
Sexton.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'm hoping Miles too, man. To be honest.
Everybody after that doesn't matter.
Like everybody can fend for themselves.
Yeah.
All right. Well, it's definitely gonna be interesting. When does summer league begin?
July?
Okay. Looking forward to that.
I feel like did it shut down Orlando Summer League? I think it's only in Vegas this season or something like that.
Is it?
I mean, Las Vegas is the more lit summer league anyway. So
Well, no, that's true.
yeah.
That's true.
I think they're gonna have like every team. I think there's gonna
I'm
be
excited.
Every team.
I'm excited for that. I'm excited for the summer league.
I think Frank's gonna play too.
Yeah, they said he should be playing.
Yeah, boy.
Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm excited for the summer league. All right. Well,
They might as well throw in El Presidente Moutier as well. Sure.
Traded Presidente, man.
yeah, I mean, at this point, he's just like baggage.
Too many guards. You got 30
Baggage.
guards.
You
on
got
this
a
team,
lot
man.
of guards, man. And still don't know really which one's
Word.
gonna fit where in the rotation. So
Yeah.
we need to either unload and get some, shorty there, or I don't know.
So what are you doing? Oopix?
Yeah, I think we're gonna do the ooh picks now.
Ooh, the Ooh
I was just thinking, I was like, man, I just don't want to. I'm glad we can just hear speculate and talk about it. It's not my job to make these choices.
Oh, yeah.
It's like when you get there, it's like, okay, now
Yeah.
you gotta live with this choice for the season now.
Yeah.
And they gonna put that clock on you too?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh,
You're like, oh shit.
they're up at night doing homework, all that. Like,
Yup.
okay,
They visited Mikal's like college campus and started asking questions.
Exactly. You sure you're healthy?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so time for those ooh picks.
Yes.
Now, who said they had? You said you have ooh picks.
I'm thinking about it, but I
you
do
definitely have
got one.
Yeah, I don't have a specific like
Okay.
play.
Alright,
Like
let's-
usually
whatever we
how
got.
I break it down.
Whatever we
Yeah.
got. Whatever we got.
I'm just LeBron hater, so I'm just giving props to the Celtics for beating LeBron.
So he's giving a unified ooh for winning those first two games against the Cavs.
That's it.
I actually got a ooh.
Okay.
Y'all gonna be mad though, cause
I don't know
it's
about that.
LeBron.
Man, listen,
Shut his mic off.
Look. So I guess I'm like fairly neutral. I mean, listen. I have my gripes with him. I still think he's a great player, man. He's one of the greatest of this
He just hates
generation.
the Knicks, so I hate him. That's all it is.
Of course, listen, but one of the greatest of this
That's all it
generation,
is.
man.
Yeah, I know he does charity work, and
Yeah.
I'm for LeBron as a person.
He's
This is
a
ball
player
This
too,
is basketball.
though.
It's not real hate. It's basketball hate. You know?
Of course.
it's
I
different.
get it.
Yeah, but LeBron in Game 3 made this pass where I'm like, yo, I gotta give him mad props because that pass was nice. There was a situation where he was driving to the basket and the Celtics cut him off. He had two Celtics around him. I think it was Marcus Morris and somebody else. And he backed up and went behind the back, and then he did a bounce pass around Marcus Morris. So I think it was Kevin Love in
Yeah.
the paint for like the easy layup.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really nice.
Get that.
That was all right.
There was, which game was it when he had that turnaround three and he was almost like in the bench? It was like a turnaround fadeaway three and he was almost sitting in the bench.
I don't know.
I think that was against the Raptors.
Was that the Raptors?
I think so.
I like the
Wait, it was like he was almost like behind the backboard and he threw it
Nah,
up?
not that. Nope. I think it was one of the Celtics games. I don't remember what it was. He was on the corner, on the left corner three, and it was like a heat check.
Mm-hmm.
And he did like the Kobe back turn the fadeaway and was literally almost out of bounds and hit the three. Listen, I'm going to give that a ooh. And he is, as much as, disrespect he's giving the Knicks, this guy's amazing to watch. Like, his shots is, I don't know how.
I like the play when he thought he had a layup and Morris blocked him.
No, that was not. We gonna give that was a nice. That was a nice. That was a nice play. That was a nice.
And also I got to give a ooh to Chris Paul.
Okay.
Because he didn't drop Steph Curry just once. He dropped him
Oh,
twice.
He dropped.
Yeah.
I have a gripe, man. I'm sorry. I have a gripe with the drops when you need the boot with the push off, man. I feel like it takes away the cool points when you push off.
So you think that Jordan or Russell he took the points taken away from that?
You do the push off.
They all do it.
When you
They all do it.
I don't care if
It's
you
like
all
part of
do
the
it.
game
That don't matter. When they fall and it's straight crossover and you don't know what direction your ankles are going and they
Okay,
fall,
yes.
that's to me that's like
But
that's
the
the
push
push.
is
The push is like I'm this guy.
I mean, the way I saw it, Steph Curry was doing the stanky leg on both of them. So either way you cut it, he was going full. I feel like
he was trying to fly. He was trying to get the push off foul. That's what he was. That's why he did the dramatic like pan.
I know why he did it, but it made him look worse.
Yeah.
It made it look
He was
worse.
trying to get the push off foul,
And he
but
didn't get it.
Nah,
And it looked bad. Oh man. All right. Bruh picks.
I do have I do have a bruh
Bro,
pick.
man, come on.
got a
Let's
bruh
get it.
pick.
Bruh pick. Graduating and he consistently has bruh picks. All right.
My bruh goes to J.R. Smith.
I was gonna. When does he not get that? I mean,
JR's got a Smith, man. JR's got a Smith.
exactly.
Against the Celtics, you know, J.R. Smith was probably feeling kind of salty because they were getting smacked by the Celtics, and Al Horford was driving to the basket, going up for a dunk, and J.R. Smith pushed him while he was in the air, and then then the result was he had Marcus Smart all up in his face.
Grill. Oh man, you know when he pushed off, he was like, yo, he was shook. He was shook because when Marcus Smart got up in his face, JR was shook.
Nah, that's a big man.
JR was shook. He's
smart.
like, I know he's not gonna hit me. And then
not smart
who
enough.
saved him? Was it Tristan Thompson who saved him? Because one of the Cavaliers held Marcus Smart back.
Yeah. Oh, damn. Who was it?
I don't know.
I
don't know.
It might have been Tristan or.
Yeah. And speaking of Tristan Thompson, he getting the bro too.
Let me JR the first
Yeah,
one.
get that, yeah.
Yeah, you just reminded me because there was a play against the Celtics in Boston where Marcus Morris scored on him, and both him and Marcus Morris fell to the ground, and Marcus Morris screamed on him.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. He was like screaming in his face.
Exactly. Yeah.
Is that a ooh for Morris?
And you know what?
It's a
rough for Tristan.
He is a
and
bro.
an ooh for Morris.
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that was actually very
Yeah, but I was speaking from Tristan Thompson's perspective, so that's why it was a bro.
I feel you.
So
Yeah, because he
it's
got
the
screamed
Uber,
on.
bro.
Yeah.
Uber.
You had the Ubras.
Depending on what
Yeah.
side of the coin you look at.
Exactly.
You know. All right. Well, this was definitely a fun episode. I'm excited to see who we actually get.
Yes.
And
I'm pretty sure you don't agree with anything we just said today.
probably probably not.
Yeah.
Air us out on the Instagram page, please.
Nah.
We'd love to hear
No.
your no opinions. We don't want their opinions. Okay.
No, fine. If I can read LeBron fans' opinions, I can read y'all.
This is what I mean. You know.
I mean, hey, I'm here for the debate. They can at me on IG.
Oh, that was not aggressive, man. Are you okay?
This is what I'm saying. This rhyme like comes out at very random moments. This rhyme will come out. Yo,
Word.
you can at me on IG. I'm, oh.
Yeah, he came at me before too.
He still has to be. And see, you know what? Well, he's still waiting for Kathy to come back.
Oh yeah, that is true.
After didn't want that Ryan smoke. Ducking him.
Matter of fact, that's why she hasn't been to the last 2 episodes.
Yeah,
She's ducking me right now, yo.
Oh man,
She's ducking me.
Yo, Kathy, man, please.
I'm ducking.
Let this man know.
All right, that's what's so confusing.
Yeah, definitely. Right. Soccer fans know what that is. All right, well, social media time. You can find me at EDSONSEAN. And you can follow my band, The Experience, at THEEXPERI3NCE. Jay, where can they find you?
They can find me at JCELLIS Drawstings. That's JLS Drawstings. Wait, not JC.
I'm about to say, wait, I was like, wait a minute.
JE. I was giving.
You give him the
I was mixing my email.
For a second, I
JLS
was like,
Drawstings. That's
But
J
the chances
E
are-
that's what I was thinking too. Like,
JELLIS Drawstings. It's JLS Drawstings. You see all the things I draw. I actually just posted on Instagram some stuff that I'm drawing. And yeah, you see motion graphic stuff on there too.
Wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
And randomness.
yes.
Ryan, where can they find you?
They can find me at Sergio's Chillin'.
Sir G is chilling.
That is SIR. G is CHILLIN. And as I said, if you have a problem with what I said today about the draft pick, you can at me at IG.
At him.
And also,
You don't want that Ryan smoke.
and in the future, I'm hoping within the next week, I'm going to write an article on why I think the Knicks should draft Collin Sexton.
That'd actually be a good read.
Yes,
man.
yes.
I actually honestly like the way you broke that down today because I mean, you make a good argument for it. You know, and
Wake up, Knicks fans. Wake up. Wake up, all right?
Yeah, one more time, let's give an applause for having Statement Games coming and joining us today,
Hey,
man.
thanks a lot. Appreciate it. It was a lot of fun.
Oh, man. So once again, just tell everybody, how they can play, where they can find you, and all that good stuff.
Yeah, you can find us online. It's just statementgames.com. So www.statementgames.com, all one word. Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, @statementgames. Check us out. New form of fantasy sports. And, hey, hope to see you around next time.
Yeah, I'm ready to play again, man. That's
Yeah.
actually pretty fun.
Word. Oh, definitely.
Yep.
Definitely got to listen to us on SoundCloud.com.
Yes.
/ The Nick of Time Show.
And Dash Radio,
Yeah, we on Dash Radio. Thanks, Dash, for hosting us.
definitely.
Yeah, also the website.
Yes, thenicoftimeshow.com.
Check out the apparel on there.
Yeah, man.
Jay's working hard over here.
Yeah, man.
Graphics and coming up with these cool shirt ideas. And
Word. And writers, y'all might want to get on because we about to blow up soon.
Yeah.
I'm telling you. So you might want to get your cloud up. If you want to get your cloud up,
Now,
Get
join us
seen.
now. Join us now.
Exactly.
us.
Join the team. Y'all will be working with me, and I will be very strict on. Now I'm just playing. You know,
No,
just
he's
just
not.
co-
No, he's
just
not.
go
That
through-
Ryan
Beware.
grammar right, bro.
just come through with your content. Email us writing samples. What's the Gmail again?
just go to thenicoftimeshow.com and click the contact.
Perfect. Nice and easy, right?
Yeah, just send us your writing samples. Obviously, I will critique it, but I won't be too hard on you. And if y'all make the cut, yeah,
Tryouts. Bring your shorts and your sneakers.
you'll be one of our writers on the site, and I'm looking forward to working with y'all. Let's go, let's do it.
Well, you know what, too? And for writers out there, if you really start to like you start to write enough, you can chill with us on the podcast.
Yeah, exactly.
That'll definitely be cool.
Get your insight. I'm like, yo, this guy can write. He has nice insight.
Absolutely.
You might be out here.
Exactly, yo.
Sensitive to that now.
Exactly.
Increase your clout even more.
Yeah.
We like that. All right. Well, I guess that's it. Peace.
Peace and love out to where you from, but all about the world they have for come. Say again, bright lights, big city, bright lights, big city. Gonna do what I'm supposed to do, represent for my New York City crew. Say again, bright lights, big city, bright lights, big city. New York, big city, your dreams.
I'm coming straight out.
New York, big city, your dreams.